Welcome to Music Class Disciples. Today we're learning Cheerleader by OMI. And the first part we're learning, the intro and the bridge, sounds like this. And this little, basically 3-chord loop, you just repeat 4 times. And this is the part where it starts building up with the drums. So let's learn that. It's so easy. We'll learn that and we'll talk about how it rolls out. So basically you've got an E chord. So I'm playing E's in my left hand. You can play a B too if you'd like. So E, B, and E in your left hand. Or just an E. In your right hand, G sharp, B, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the next measure, you're going to jump up to a B. So you've got B. I'm playing an F sharp, a B in my left hand, a D sharp, an F sharp, and a B in my right hand. And then you move to an A chord. We'll talk about the rhythm in a second. So you've got A, E, A in your left hand, C sharp, E, and A in your right hand. So I'm going to count out the beats so you can sort of hear how it falls in the measures, all right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So those 3 chords occur over 2 measures, and so you repeat those 2 measures 4 times. 1, 2, 3. We'll pretend this is the second time through, and then the drums come in. And then the verse, and the verse is the exact same thing for you. When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, 'cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah, she's my model, whatever the lyrics are. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone, and they say. Okay, up to that part. So now you've got the intro and the bridge. The verse is the exact same thing. And then you've got this part, and they say, and they say, do you want me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, 'cause, oh. And we're going to go into the chorus after that. But the pre-chorus, it's very similar. It's basically, you've got an E still. The chords are just E. Instead of E, B, and then A, like the other parts that I showed you, this one is E, and then to the A, and then to the B, and then to the A. And now if you think about this, before you were doing that, you were holding that E for one measure, and then you were playing the B for a half a measure, and then the A for a half a measure. But in this version, you're playing that E for a half a measure, and then you're playing the A for the second half of the measure. So it's almost like you jam an A, like sort of where the E used to occupy a little more space. And the other trick to the pre-chorus, so you already know all those chords, but the trick you need to know is with your right hand, you're playing, so your left hand will play the root of the chord. So your left hand will start with an E, and your right hand will sort of arpeggiate the rest of this chord. So you've got this G sharp, B, and the E is like the back to the root, okay? So you want to get to the back to the root. That's the first part. Right away you jump right into the next chord. So you've got this E chord that's arpeggiated. Right? And then you've got the A chord that's arpeggiated. A, C sharp, E, A. The B chord that's arpeggiated. B, D sharp, F sharp, B. Back to the A that's arpeggiated. A, C sharp, E, and A. And you do that loop twice. Oops. No, not really, 'cause. And then you go into the chorus. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is that loop, the loop that I'm about to show you. So the pre-chorus loop is the best way to learn this chorus loop is to just think about the pre-chorus loop and just adjust one thing. So it's just like the pre-chorus loop. You start with that E, you go to the A, you go to the B, just like in the pre-chorus. And the only difference is instead of going to the A for the fourth chord of this loop, you're going to go to an F sharp minor, which is very similar. You could also do an A over an F sharp. So basically what you want to do is make sure that you're getting a little bit of this F sharp color in that last chord. You can play it a couple different ways. You could play a straight up F sharp chord, which I'll show you. Or you could just play that A like you were playing the pre-chorus and just make sure your left hand plays an F sharp. That's sort of a jazzier sound. It's kind of a cooler sound. I'm going to teach it to you this way just because it's simpler, but feel free to experiment with playing an A over an F sharp minor. Okay? So the chords are E, this is the chorus, E, and you already know this chord, I'm not going to waste time going over that one. A, you already know that one too, it's just like the pre-chorus. B. Now for the F sharp minor, you're going to play F sharp, A, C sharp, and F sharp. And that whole 4-chord loop you just do 4 times.
Cheerleader, she is always right there when I need her.
And so basically you know the whole song now. The rest of the song is just different versions of those parts, okay? So you should know how to play the whole thing. Now I'll show you one little cool little dress-up trick because I think you might find this interesting. I think the song is very similar to Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot. Something like that. And one way that you can think about dressing this up is for the chords that you're playing. So in the case of the E, you think about your notes being this E, the G sharp, the B, and another E. You can think about playing the first 2 notes in the chord and then the second and the third. If you were to keep going, you can see how if you do that pattern for each of the chords that you play, the first and the 1 and the 3, it's called the root and the third note, or don't think about it, the third note of the chord, the third note of the scale. So there's the E and the G sharp, if you play those together, and then the G sharp and the B. And then you go to the next chord, that's an A and a C sharp for the first part, and then a C sharp and an E. Next chord is a B, so you've got a B and a D sharp, and then it goes to a D sharp and an F sharp, and then back to the A. Kind of a cool pattern, right? And if you think about that, you can sort of make it. Hey, thanks for watching. I want to let you know that this video is made possible by the generous support of my patrons, members of JoeRaciti.com, and by my awesome subscriber base. Thank you all so much for your support. It means so much to me. If you want to take your support to the next level, if you think that my goal of bringing high-quality music education to the entire world is a meaningful goal and one that we can accomplish together, I hope you'll consider taking one of those 3 basic actions to support me. They're small things to do, but they make a huge difference. I'm one person creating many, many videos for the whole world. Every little bit of support counts. So I hope you'll consider. Check out the annotations in this video over, oh, here we go. Woo! Check out these annotations and check out the links in the description field of the video. Those 3 actions do a lot for me. I'll see you again really soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget about the links. Bye-bye. And they're in the description too. Bye. And you can stick around for a little while. I mean, if you want to see me make a total fool out of myself. Also, it's about to rain, so I'll probably get totally soaked in a second if you just wait long enough. Actually, maybe you should just click on the links and go, because it's going to be embarrassing and I'm going to get wet and it's going to look weird. I just think, you should probably just leave. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave soon, so you probably should. Bye.